Start by priming my face, and for this I'm going to use the Chanel Blanc De Chanel. I've used this in a couple of videos before. It's a very illuminating base, which I think is perfect for this look because obviously Cinderella is a very light, effervescent character. Good vocabulary there. So I'm just going to pop this all over my face and work that in with my fingers. Now I'm going to go in with my foundation, which is the YSL Teint Touche Eclat. This is again a very illuminating product, which again, perfect for this look. So I'm going to take about 2 pumps of that and place it all over my face. And then I'm just going to work that in with the Ray Morris liquid foundation brush. Also going to blend that down my neck just to make sure that there are no harsh lines and that there is not going to be a mask effect when I'm done. So now that that's done, I'm going to conceal and highlight underneath my eyes, and for that I'll be using the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla and the YSL Touche Eclat Radiance Pen in number 2. So first I'm going to start by just putting a few strokes of this around the areas where I need it. Also going to put this a little bit around my nose because I tend to get quite red there. Conceal just a few spots. And then I'm going to take the YSL pen and just do a little bit of highlighting. Now I'm going to blend all of that in with a damp beauty blender. Okay, so now that's done, I'm going to set my face. So I'm going to take 2 different products for this. For underneath my eyes, I'm going to use the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder, which is just a white silica powder. And then for the rest of my face, I'll be taking the Nars All Day Luminous Powder Foundation, and this is in the shade Mont Blanc. So for under my eyes, I'm also going to be using my beauty blender, which is something that I've just started trying. Thank you to Nikki Tutorials for that. I'm also going to set all the areas that I highlighted with the YSL pen with this as well, so that's just a little bit lighter than the rest of my foundation. Now I'm going to take the Ray Morris powder brush and the Nars powder and just set anywhere that I didn't set with the translucent powder. Okay, now I'm going to move on to my cheeks. So I'm going to contour just a little bit for this look. I'm going to use the Nars Hoola bronzer as per usual on a Sigma brush. I am not sure what this one is because I've used it so much that it's actually rubbed off. So I'm just going to take that on the edges and just contour a little bit with this product. Also just going to put a little bit on my temples and forehead just to even it out so it's not one big stripe and then nothing. Now for blush, I'm going to use something fairly neutral and light, just so we're not, I don't know, drawing attention to all different areas of the face at the same time. So I'm going to go in with the Tarte Amazonian Clay blush, and this is in Exposed, which is a very nice kind of pink nude neutral shade. So pretty much everything that you want. And we're going to just take that on a little kabuki brush and start in the middle of my cheek and work it back while blending. And now it is time to highlight. So I'm going to take the TheBalm Mary Luminizer, and I'm just going to take this on a little crease brush. Now this might seem a little bit strange because usually I and most people will use like a fan brush or a slightly bigger brush, but I found this lately has been really good for just getting a really precise highlight and really bringing out my cheekbones. So I take that and just pop it right on the highest part of my cheekbone here, just in a little circle, and then I blend it out and also curve it around on that C shape. So you can see how effective that is at highlighting as opposed to just putting a big patch there. I'll just do the same on the other. So I start here, trying not to get this line in the middle of my face. Start here and then just blend up and around. Now I'm also going to take this and pop a little bit on the end of my nose, just to accentuate that, and a little bit in between my eyebrows, which is strange, but somehow I think it makes it come together. And now I'm going to set all of that with MAC Fix Plus. And I'm just going to do my eyebrows off camera and prime my eyes, and then I'll be back. Okay, so now we're up a lot more close and personal. We'll get started on the eyes. So first I'm going to start by defining my crease a little bit, and for this I'm going to take the Stila Nouveau Natural Eyeshadow palette, which looks like this. Very nice, very nice. And I think I'm going to take this kind of pinkish brown colour just here. And I'm going to take that on a big crease brush and start just softly defining the crease. Now I'm going to just take this light pink shade just here. God, it's so difficult to do this without getting that line in. Just going to take this one here on the same brush and just blend it out a little bit. We're trying to keep this look very, very soft, not necessarily neutral or natural, but soft. So it's really important to make sure that you keep blending the colors so you don't have any harsh lines. Okay, now that we're slightly more smoked out, I'm going to take the Essence All About Candies eyeshadow mini palette, and what I'm going to do is take a combination of two of the colours in here. So I'm going to take this pale pastel blue and also this pastel lavender colour. So what we're going to do with those is take a flat brush. This one's quite large, it's a Ray Morris one, and I'm going to take the pale blue first and just load that up on my brush. If the colour will pay off, that would be really nice. And I'm going to put this in the outer and inner section of my eye, leaving the middle bit bare. If you find it too difficult to keep the middle bit bare, then feel free to just put this all over your lid, which I will do now because I'm struggling with this brush. make sure that the color is very, very intense on the inner and outer portion. So for that, I'm going to take a different brush, which I'll have to find. Okay, so I'm going to take the Real Techniques shading brush, which is this little one here, and I'm going to really load up the brush. And then to make sure that the color stays on, I'm going to take a little bit of the MAC Fix Plus and just spritz my brush with that and start working on the inner corner first. And now I'm just going to repeat those steps on the other eye. Okay, once that's done, I'm going to just pop a little bit more in the crease using a little pointed detailer brush like this, just to make sure that, again, there are no harsh lines. I'm also going to blend it out a little bit towards the outer portion of the eye. Okay, now taking the same Real Techniques brush, I'm going to take the pale purple shade, this one here, and again, do the same thing, load it up, spritz it with Fix Plus, and this is going to go right in the center of our eyelid. I'm not even sure if you can see a difference, but they are two distinct colours when I look at it. Okay, so that's what those ones look like. So it's kind of almost a spotlight effect with a lighter colour in the middle, except the colours are a bit too similar to be able to do that properly. So if you're not happy with the intensity of the colours, you can keep building them up. I'm going to do that a little bit, and then I'll show you the rest of the look in it. Okay, so now that the top eyelid's done, we're just going to go and smoke out the bottom eyelid so it's not as top heavy. And I'm going to take a combination of these two shades here again, just kind of mix them together and smudge them all along the lower lash line. Also make sure to connect this back up into the crease so it's very, very seamless. Now I'm just going to go in with a cream coloured eyeliner and just outline the waterline just here so my eyes appear a little bit bigger. So now we're going to coat our lashes with mascara. I'm using the Lancome Hypnose mascara, which I've recently opened and fallen in love with. I'm not sure if you would remember, but ages ago I got it in a haul and I hadn't opened it until recently. It was probably like 6 months ago that I got this, but I'm really liking it, so it's very, very good. So I've just put a light coat of mascara on the top lashes because we are going to go in with falsies. So today I'm using the Glam Eyes Manicare Swarovski crystal ones. They look like this. So I've used them in a previous tutorial and I'm not someone to just use something once, especially if there's something as amazing as this. So I'm going to first take off the excess glue that's already on there from last time. And now I'm going to use the Socialize Lash Glue. This stuff is amazing. It has a really good applicator, like a little brush, as opposed to like the tubes of duo glue where it just comes out in a big lump and you kind of have to deal with it. It dries really quickly and it stays on all goddamn night. Like, I can't get my lashes off at the end of the night. Well, I can, but it's a bit tricky to do so, if that gives you any indication of what this glue is like. So I just do a very thin layer. I don't think you can see it. And then I just let it dry for a little bit, make it tacky. And then I just place it on this. I also use like a little lash tool, which yeah, that's probably the best way you can see. So it like grips on and then you can kind of place it where you want, but I start with my fingers first and then use this for adjustment. So there they both are on. I'm just going to kind of put on another coat of mascara to blend the lashes together. And I'm also going to do a little coat of mascara on my bottom lashes, and for that I'm going to use a different mascara. I'm going to use the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. I just tend to not make as many mistakes. With this, you don't actually need a different mascara for your bottom lashes and your top lashes. It's just, I find this is a little bit more precise and I tend not to get it all over my bottom waterline, which is a big problem for me. That is the finished eye look. Now I'll zoom you out and we will do the lid. I'm sorry, I'm moving more and more this way as the video goes on because there's like a big line of light that comes down and it's really shitting. Anyway, so I'm going to first line my lips with my usual Too Faced Perfect Lips lip liner in Nude. Get up close to me, mirror. I'm just going to slightly overdraw my top lip, which is just what I usually do. I just find it makes it look a little bit more even. Yeah. A little tip with lip liner is if you want to make your top lips appear fuller, instead of dragging down from your cupid's bow when you line like the outside part of your lips, start from the corner and drag it up. You kind of naturally go in a curve upwards, whereas if you are drawing down, you either tend to go straight, so you're not actually doing anything to fill up your lips, or you kind of almost curve it in and decrease their size. So if you are trying to like plump up the top lip and make it look like you've had some work done when you haven't, start from the corner and etch it out that way. Just a little tip. Okay, and now I'm going to use the lipstick which inspired all of this. It's the MAC Cinderella lipstick in Royal Ball. Can we just with the packaging? Like, can we just? It's fabulous. It's like got a duochrome and it's just really nice. And it's this kind of pink color. This is a luster, which means that it doesn't really have much color. Like, this is what it looks. Damn you, string of light. That's what it looks like, and that's with a couple of layers. With one layer, it's just kind of, it's just so. But anyway, I'll just pop that on my lips and we'll be done. Actually, now I think about it, I think I'm going to top that off with lip gloss. So I'm going to use a MAC Plush Glass in Nas Burst, which is just a neutral colour, as you can see. So there you go, guys. That is the finished Cinderella inspired look. I hope you enjoyed as always. Any comments, questions, whatever, leave them in the description bar below. I personally love how this turned out. I really like the kind of gradient on the eyes and the sparkles, and just everything about it is what I enjoy in a makeup look. So I hope you guys feel the same way, and I will see you next time. Bye.